Now don't say anything.
Good morning. How you doing? Well, it could be any time you're watching this. Say, good day, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Painter in residence here. I'm Francis McCarthy, getting myself combobulated. I think that's a word, isn't it? What is the topic? Well, you would have read the thumbnail already and the title. It's 5 steps for getting back into painting if you've been away from it. And a big giveaway, one of those steps is not watching a lot more YouTube videos about painting. Much as I appreciate the views. Sorry, a little morning congestion here. I just made this. It's probably a bit hot. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's hot. Okay, let's just jump into it. From hiatus to momentum. This is an Easel Talk. Easel Talk number 15 to be precise. We're doing it. We're doing it every week for you. And, Mike, I just love building up bodies of work. That's my thing. So there's a playlist now. You can just put me on and get more Mike than you ever thought you'd ever want. Okay? Okay, common struggle. We've all, not so much me. Because you know why? Because look at one of our very first talks about momentum. I've understood this principle for a long time. It's how I managed to get pretty decent as an artist before I even started painting. I knew to always keep a hand in. But everyone's different. And everyone's got different commitments. A lot of you have families. That's very common. I've seen with ladies that are super talented artists. They have kids. They can't get any art done. And then, it's 10, 15 years later, they show up at my studio wanting to get back into it. So this talk is all for all of you and anyone else that's maybe in a bit of a down period and wanting to pull out, get into it, get back, or it's really more directed at, all these tips will work for anyone, but let's just say you had a decent practice going, you had some momentum going, you were getting your painting done every day or every week, and then you took a trip, or maybe the sports season changed, or whoever knows what happens, you got out of it and now you want to get back. Here's some strategic advice for you. Whether it's weeks, months, or years, it can be overwhelming trying to get back into painting and very frustrating. Often when you sit down to the easel and try and do something, you realize you've not only kind of forgot a lot of stuff, you've really actually even lost ground. You've actually moved backwards. Don't panic. You can get it all back. Okay? I'll show you how. Okay, core problem. Worst thing you can do is make this a big momentous thing. Oh, I'm going to start that big painting. I'm going to start that masterpiece. Well, have you been building up to it gradually by doing small works? No, I'm doing a big one. No, it's not going to work out for you. It won't work out. You want to build up to that masterpiece, okay? Masterpieces should only be engaged in after a regular practice of doing daily paintings, all right? So don't make them momentous. The worst thing you can do is make it a big occasion. Don't burden yourself with thoughts like, this is my contribution to art history. I need to express my deepest self. Too much pressure. And the pressure will mean that you just won't start up again. So make it a casual thing. This kind of thinking can paralyze you. And what so much of what motivates us is fantasies, really. That's separate talk, separate channel. And that's okay. It's okay to have a fantasy of being the artist that saves humanity. It's okay to have a fantasy of, being able to express yourself so truly that people can honestly see how you feel about life. That's amazing. But you can't put these things on a pedestal And really, if you're going to do either one of those, you have to be adept at using one of these on a board, and you need to do a lot of that so that the reflexes become able to communicate your deepest unconscious and inner thoughts and motivations and feelings and emotions. Okay, so here's the solution to that one. That's the core problem. We haven't even got into the steps. Just lower those stakes. I just make some paintings. It's just paint on a board. This is just a brush. That's just particulate matter in a tube binded with oil. It's not a big deal. Your goal is not to create a masterpiece. Your goal is simply to paint. Make that your goal. Make painting like having a nice sip of coffee. I'm going to have a sip of coffee. I'm going to make a painting. Slightly less cool now. That's good. It cools rapidly. Step 1. The approach. I'm going to reach around. Get a small board. I have to. I got one. Oh, there went my microphone. It's a good thing I pinned it over there. I'm just doubling up on this audio. I want to make sure you guys can hear me clearly. Yeah. Okay. It's not plugged into the camera. Plug into a little recorder there. Very interesting technology. I won't waste your time with it. Okay, here's our small board that I knew it was a bad plan, but we got one. Here we go. It's too small. I like 5x7. That's my recommendation. 5x7, 6x8. Don't go that small. But get a small board. You can go that small if you want. Don't matter. Just make sure it's not something momentous. Something small and achievable. And yes, painting that small can be its own challenge. That'd be another talk for another video. But get a small board, get whatever paints and brushes you have. Don't make this, I've got to go into town and I need to buy that tube of Worcestershire green that, that's a big part of my process. I can't work without it. No, you can. You absolutely can. I'll tell you what, you can make a lot of paintings with just a tube of black and a tube of white and a board. The boards that are prepped. Go down to the paint store, buy yourself a can of paint, like these little tester pots. Just get a gray. This one is gray. Ooh, doesn't look like the lid's been on that. That one's toast. Into the basket. That's not super expensive. Probably cost you maybe $10. And that's one of you can just find ways to build up so you can get your boards cut. That you will need to do. You can order those from Amazon. You can use my affiliate link. They pay me a whole $1 for me schlepping for them for over 3 months. So that's great. Anyway, I could go into all sorts of other topics. We're going to keep right on the subject at hand though. Yeah. A gray board, some black, some white, mix a middle tone. It's on the channel. And maybe not in the last book, but definitely in the new one. And make a painting. Just make a painting. Any old painting. Doesn't have to be good. That's the other thing. We as moderns have been told, and maybe it's human, we're totally invested in, this has got to be great, I got to be good. No, you don't have to be good. You don't expect to be good if you haven't been working. Just get in there and start moving paint around. If it's not very good, let it dry, throw it away, and do another one the next day, okay? And just make this a process that you're investing in, not a, don't get invested in outcomes. I'm sure all that comes up as we're talking here. Keep it modest. Keep it modest. Small. Non-consequential. Don't make it that subject that you've been meaning to paint. Now's the time to master rocks. No. Now's the time to kind of get in and make a painting sort of like the last one you did that was good, okay? Don't make it a big deal. Small and simple is the best way back. Because remember, we're talking about getting it back. 2. Understand the roadblocks. Here they are. Okay, the best prevention, I said this earlier, you're always hearing this from me. I got to keep my brush going. The best way to avoid this problem is to never stop. So always just keep a hand in your painting process. Don't get into big gaps. Trust me, you've got a certain amount of latitude. You've got like 3-4 days, something like that. Maybe a week or two. It depends on how much you paint. Like someone like me, I could go a couple weeks and it wouldn't be the end of the world because I've been building momentum for years. So the longer you build momentum, the longer it will carry you. But if I go 2-3 days without painting, I start feeling weird and creepy and not good. And I want to get back in here and I want to make something, anything. Okay? Yeah, we know life intervenes, but if it wasn't important to you, you wouldn't be here watching this video. So, and I will say, like all the stuff that you're letting intervene, that it adds up to nothing. You have nothing to show for your time. I'll make the exception. Children, yes, they're going to grow up to be big and wonderful because of your caring parenting. Yes, I know, but trust me, they're going to grow up either way too. So the best thing for you to do, and plus they should have the example of looking at you as a person that's creating enduring artifacts that will carry forward into the future, that are beautiful and inspiring, and that people want to hang on their walls. That's a great thing. Yeah, you got legitimate demands on your time, whatever. I don't care. I don't, because I'm here to help you get back on the painting track, okay? Here's a priority question. I've had a lot of students that were mothers with children, and they found it difficult to get back into their art practice. But the reason they came to me was because it was critical to them, right? You have to make it a priority, and I've said it time and again. I think the best thing to do is not, if you're working and you have kids, then it's going to be challenging. But trust me, you're wasting a lot of time scrolling around on your phone. You're wasting a lot of time on YouTube. You're wasting a lot of time in your life. And what you need to do is not set goals like I need to make 3 paintings a week. No, you need to set a goal of I need to start a process of painting every day. Best time, I think, after dinner, dishes are done. And just I said this in the last video talk too, just take a half hour and tell the kids, hey, don't bother me. Don't bother me. No, don't be mean. But they'll get the clue. You might have to be a little firm. And when they come in, well, they're used to that. They're used to just pulling at you. Just go, no. Don't hit them. Just say no. I got to do this. This is important. Go away. Anyway, I don't have kids, so I'm not your guy. Yeah, but I love them. I love them, and I think it's great. I actually really, really respect people that are parents, because that is going to be your greatest work of art, isn't it? Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yes, they found it difficult to maintain their art practice while parenting. You have to make it a priority. It doesn't have to be either or. It just needs to be a half hour every day. Come on. Excuses. Now, this is very human, isn't it? We love to make them. And we love to make excuses for making excuses, right? But the end result is, and again, I don't think you would have clicked on this and watched this if you didn't really want to make paintings. If you really want to make paintings, you can't make paintings and excuses. What a great quote! Oh my God! You can't make paintings and excuses. That's gold. That is gold. You need to make art if you're an artist. You won't feel good in yourself unless you do. And I've heard, how do I know? Because I've had so many people come and try and get back on the horse. And this is their common complaint, that they don't feel right unless they're making art. They don't want to give up. But they're not making art, so they're not happy. You've got this bone deep kind of dissatisfaction that, it's just another kind of stone on the load that you got to carry around. You don't need it. Yeah, so what you get, a dull ache, I just said that, a feeling of incompleteness and missed opportunity. That'll permeate your entire existence. You don't need that. You're an artist. You need to be making art. Get busy. Okay? 3, we're moving along. I'm really got to go to make this a half-hour one because I got a lot to do. I'm not going to get into my Photoshop trouble. I am going to mention here, though, that I'm an ex-Photoshop user. If you want to know more, you'll probably hear about it in the live videos. I know the one, I have a half a painting there that I went home and I just started solving problems and then come back. So it's sitting there waiting for me tomorrow. Yeah. And it will get done. Okay. Here's some solutions. We got a 3. Stick a thumb at 3. Start with drawing. You don't have to paint. Drawing is just about the same, okay? And time spent drawing will always add up to better paintings. So what you want to do is just get some paper, some charcoal, a pencil, anything, a ballpoint pen, it doesn't matter. Don't make that another excuse. Oh, I gotta go down there. I gotta get that piece of charcoal because I can't. He said mass drawing, and you can't do mass drawing with a ballpoint pen. Yes, you could. You can, because mass drawing is a mindset. Yes, it's easier with the side of a piece of charcoal or a very dull, or even a brush. I mean, I consider that drawing. Anyway, you don't need to invest in expensive paints, canvases, or easels right away. All you need is a piece of paper and something to draw with, okay? Better materials is like #1 delaying tactic. Oh, I know. I need that 6B pencil. I really can't work with these 2Bs. It's just not working for me. I'll get down there and I'll get that. It's just a delaying tactic because we do that. We get in these loops, and what I'm trying to do is get you out of these negative reinforcement loops into a positive reinforcement loop, which is just I make paintings every day or drawings. After dinner, I sit down and I do something every day. That's just me. That's me. That's what I do. Not me. No. I come to the studio and I work. But how did I learn to paint? I learned to paint. I had a full-time career as an artist doing digital stuff, right? That's what I did. I, got my burrito or whatever, and I ate it, and then I sat down and I made a painting every night. Not a complete painting. Sometimes it would be just the sky or just the underpainting, but I hit it every night, and I started building, and that's that positive reinforcement that you got to hook into. And when you hook into it, doesn't matter. What doesn't matter is whether it's a half hour or 4 hours in the night. 4 hours, if you're already time challenged, is going to be a bit of an issue. What matters is the regular practice, okay? Yeah. How many times have I heard? If I only had that tube of curly and blue, then I could get some painting done. Yeah. They don't have it at the store. If I only had that massive easel, I could make the masterpiece. I'm saving up for it, and when I get it, I'm going to start painting. You don't need it. Here's the truth. Let's see what we got. You need a pencil? I don't have a pencil. I'm not going to unclip this again. You need a pencil, you need a piece of paper or a piece of charcoal, and you need to put some time aside. It's systems, not goals. So having a regular practice is a system that will carry you forward. Having a goal to make paintings, it would be implemented properly with a system.
Did you know you could buy the book landscapepainter.co.nz? The book cost $65 US. Did you know?
Okay, here we go. Yeah, you got to make it daily. If you got a problem, you got to hook into a daily kind of thing. You can't be sporadic because it needs to become reflexive. And then you'll get out of your hole. Okay? do several every day if you can. Your interior drive to make art will be satisfied. Hey, this is a lot like I've been working out lately, just with dumbbells. Me and my wife, and I call it the stay out of the nursing home workout. Now I'm not that old, but I've passed that 60 threshold, so you have to keep yourself fit, right? I'm not a person that loves exercise, but we have a regular little, like every other day we do a 10-minute workout. And I've been feeling really way better. And I'm starting to see like some muscles come back and things. And that's just from that little bit of effort. So it's exactly the same with painting. And you need to do it. That's more for your mental health. Of course, a little dumbbell workout, that's for my physical health, right? Yeah. Or as the case may be. We're moving along. 4. Build gradually back to painting from the drawing after a regular period of just drawing. The great thing about drawing is it's like way less commitment than painting. You don't have any cleanup. You don't have way less materials. It's a piece of paper and some charcoal or something. You can make infinite drawings and it will build you up. Okay, so but you want to paint. This isn't to like getting back into drawing video. It's a getting back into painting video. That's a step. It's a very important step. A step you could skip, by the way. You could just start making paintings every day. I'm not saying that you have to do drawing to get. Well, I do have another whole talk about that. You do need to learn your drawing, but we're not worried about that right now. We're worried about getting back into painting, and just starting with the practice of doing drawings is a great way to do that. Yeah. But you're headed for the painting. That's what you want to do. So let's say you've been drawing away, you're throwing away those bad ones, you're keeping the good ones. You're feeling good. Some of them are looking pretty neat. You go, man, I'd like to make a painting out of that. Okay, there you go. See, the positive reinforcement loop has picked you up and is now carrying you along. Right? And they're going to be moving on down the stream now. That's great. Yeah, make that little painting. But don't turn, oh yeah, I'm going to scale it up wall size and make it a masterpiece. No. Just make a little painting from that little drawing. And then put that aside and then get back on the painting horse and make another painting or another drawing or whatever. It doesn't matter. What matters is momentum, keeping on moving. Yeah. Yeah, that masterpiece, like I said at the beginning, you want to build up to that. You need to have a regular practice of creating smaller works, and then you can build up to creating massive things. And I'd say even if massive things, that's its own kind of thing. You need to be really like, it'd be like this. You're going to go, try and bench, I don't know, weights that people press, but you're going to try and press 300 pounds, Yeah, build up to that. Okay, it's the same with painting. You want to paint a massive, huge masterpiece, you need to build up to that by doing lots of smaller things, okay? Yeah, the evening practice. Okay. Select modest subjects that interest you, not highly complex things, because we're trying to get back into painting. So the more we aggravate ourselves with difficulty and complexity, the worse. Really what you want to do is just get it back into a flow. And then as you're in the flow, every now and again I'll take on something that's difficult for me to paint. There's lots of things that are, but not all the time. And if I failed one day, then I make sure to come back the next day and do something that I'm comfortable with. Okay, that's a very good tip. Very good tip. Yeah, make your paintings with just basic paints, brushes, and boards. Make quick paintings you can complete in an hour or two. Do it every evening. Don't skip days. Don't. Oh, I've been doing so good. I think I'm going to just relax tonight. Just watch me a little bit of some YouTube. No. After. You can have your YouTube after your painting. Now go get the painting done. Okay. You're seeking redemption. You want it back. So you've got to apply yourself. Oh, the month challenge. Oh, got it. My assistant. Oh well. Yeah. This outline has been prepared for me from my lovely assistant from a chapter in the book. The name of the chapter is "Getting Back into Painting," and it's in volume 2, coming out in 2026 if we're all here. I'll commit to that. I'm committing to next year. I don't know exactly when, but I'm committing. Those books are going to be out. Now, the month challenge. That's what I was saying. If you completed a small painting every night, after 1 month you would have, we'll just average it out to 30 paintings. Some will be very bad. Throw away. Bad. Some are going to be okay. Keep those. Maybe you can fix them up later. Some are going to be really good. Those are the ones you put on the mantle. Those are the ones you give to grandma. Those are the ones that you keep. And keep around. Keep them in your environment to support you, bolster you. Okay? By the way, just don't work on don't work on that Egyptian cotton, linen, or whatever, just regular inexpensive materials when you're trying to get back on the painting train. Okay? Yeah, I like, this is MDF. Again, affiliate links. You can click on the link. You'll see there's a pack of MDF there. You can get a pack of 5x7. You don't have to go to the Ply Guy. MDF you can get in packs as well. Just get yourself a pack. Go place your order right as soon as it's done. This video's done. Get yourself a pack of something to paint on, and then board prep. I've got prep videos, but I can help you there. Seen these? They cost like $2 out here, and that's in New Zealand, right? And the house paint you already saw. A little house paint, roll. I like them real smooth, so I do it in several stages. But you might, if you like working on a little texture, like you really like canvas or whatever, or you can get those canvas panels, which are, I'm sorry, it's going to be an uphill battle to make nice looking paintings on cheap canvas panels. But you can do it. I've seen it. I've done it. It's harder though. It's harder. Because okay, at this size, that coarse, cheap texture of the cheap cotton duck canvas, it takes over the show. Okay, just throwing that out there. Prep the boards, paint on the boards, and since these materials aren't precious, you can discard them with. It only cost me 25 cents. Oh, I know, it cost you $1. Well, it cost me $1. Goodbye. I don't want to look at you. I don't want to remember that bad painting. Okay, here we go. Positive feedback loop. I already said it, and here it is in the outline. We know I'm rolling. Yeah, you want it because you're already in a negative feedback loop. Oh, I want to do paintings, but I'm so busy, or I can't do it. Well, I'm telling you the way out. I'm telling you how. And just like that little workout I'm doing, though, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling strong, and not going to be going to the nursing home. Nursing homes maybe 15, 20, although, hey, something could happen. You could fall or whatever. That's why I'm doing the working out, so I'm strong. If I fall, I bounce back, right? Same thing with the painting, yeah. You're building a positive feedback loop. You're getting out of the negative feedback loop, and it builds and builds and builds. And it can build into a 15-year loop, okay, like I'm on, all right? It's building a cycle of accomplishment. It's building a cycle of following through. This should be your primary mission when getting back into painting, should be to build the loop, to build the process, not to create little masterpieces or big masterpieces, just to get right back on there and keep moving. Here's a truth. Well, they're all truths. Negativity is a poor motivator. So if that's your you can't paint. Yes, I can. I'll prove it to you right now. No, you do just just stay away from negativity. If you missed a day, don't worry about it. Don't start pummeling yourself. Just get back into your dedicated painting space. I haven't said it in this talk yet, but you should have a little space anywhere in your house. The only thing that your paints, your easel, your boards, your reference, you're referencing, maybe it's an old iPad or something you're using, or one of these digital frames, these cheap digital frames. It doesn't matter. It's there. It's waiting for you. It looks at you when you're not working, for one thing. For two, when you sit down there, you don't scroll, you don't mess around, you just do your paintings. And then what happens, it's almost like magic. When you sit there, you go, oh, time to start painting. You've conditioned yourself, you know. They talk about Pavlovian conditioning, and I have dogs, and yeah, they hear certain sounds, like they hear me put my phone on the table, and they're like, oh, he's leaving. You can use that. You can use that to create the positive feedback, and positivity and building on success works every time. Now, I'm not the world's most positive person. A lot of my insights and intuitions are negative, like this won't work, that won't work, da da da. But right underneath that is this: I will make it happen. I will get this done. I will make something, right? Hey, step 5. Oh, we hit a half hour already. That's okay, you're used to it. 5. I went off on some little tributaries, but it's good to fill it all in. Yeah, so it would take you this 1,500 word chapter. You could have read it while, having your Cheerios in the morning very easily. This is longer. This is 40 minutes. It wouldn't take you 40 minutes to read the chapter, and all of this would be in a chapter, but this is filled out a bit because we're talking here. Okay, so step 5. The real issue. Sometimes the real issue isn't practical. It isn't the kids. It isn't the job. It isn't your level of talent or whatever. It's a psychological problem you got, okay? Mental reservations you're not fully conscious of. That could be... there's some scenarios I've thought about. There could be a lot of these, but here's a few. You feel drawn to doing one kind of thing, but your family likes another. Like, you want to paint beaches, but they think your florals are great. Why don't you do another floral? You said you were going to paint me a floral. Why are you painting that? Why don't you paint me the thing? Ignore them and just do your own thing. The art that you really want to create, this is huge. The art you really want to create requires skills you don't have yet, okay? What are you going to do there? Well, you have to build it. You have to build the skills, so you build up to it. I'm never the guy. Maybe you want to paint the harbor of Venice with all the ships coming in, and it's a twilight, and there's a storm coming in, and they're unloading the docks, and this is your masterpiece. It's incredibly detailed, and it's going to need to be done in perspective, and all the colors got to be worked out, and the historically accurate, etc., so on and so forth. You're not going to be able to do that right off the bat. You're going to have to work up to it. So I recommend just making a little painting of some rolling hills with a tree and a path, like in a sky, or just a sky, or something handleable, something that will get you the muscle memory that you're really going to need to make that masterpiece down the road. Okay. The student story. This is in the chapter. This was last year or the year before. I had a really lovely lady come around, and she was a bit down because she had these old, it wasn't even like on her phone or anything. She had like in the old days we had film cameras, and you'd take them to the photo mat and they would develop them, and you would get these pieces of paper. You remember. They're called photos. She had photos of her paintings from 10, 15 years ago. She had been looking at, they were well thumbed, and she's like, I got away from painting. I think a lot of you actually have art degrees. I know this. I don't. Okay, so she came to me because people in this town know me as the painter, right? And we worked on some landscapes. It was hard. It was very hard for her, and she was extremely frustrated because the level of what she was doing was like way down here. The level of her work from 10 years ago was way up here, right? And she wanted to get back. And we did click into something, and it's different things are going to work for different people. So you notice I'm not telling you, do this or that type of painting. I'm just telling you to get in there and do a painting. But we were doing landscapes and things, and she was frustrated with that. She was not, what she brought in, what was on her little photo printouts was, abstracts that were landscape based. And then so we're talking on the email back and forth too. And then I says, you know what? Why don't you just get a big brush and some cheap board and just start slapping paint on it and see what happens. And then you know what? Next lesson she came in, she'd done like 10 or 15 paintings. Just that was the thing that opened her up, that broke it open for her. And she got it all back. She was right back. And she had a show. She had a show at the one of the little it's a publicly accessible gallery. You know, it's the kind of place where everyone has their wall, right? She was there. She's back, right? So Uncle Mike got her back because first of all she got herself back. She's the one that came to me and says I need help to get back to work, right? But she had to do the work. She had to apply herself. She had to get the practice going. So that's a great story. I love it. Yeah, painting skill atrophies, but you can get it all back. Get it all back. No, I just told the whole story, so I don't have to read that again. The path forward, because we're wrapping this up. Whoa, we better hurry. Regardless of what sort of art you ultimately want to create, the path to painting starts with some simple steps. Regular drawing to reconnect your eye and your hand. Small, low-pressure projects and paintings to rebuild confidence and skill. And from there, you're off to the races. You're painting again. A momentum. Check out the talk on momentum because this is a related topic. The momentum will carry you through. The momentum takes over. The momentum is really what you want to pursue. You want to, once you have momentum, you got to keep momentum. I've told the story a million times. Well, not story, but I've given this analogy. You know, a rocket. You want to get up into space, right? Well, like 2/3 of the fuel used is to get up off the ground. So if you keep taking these big breaks, then you're going to have to expend a ton of energy every time to get yourself up off the ground. If you're already up and you're already moving, just keep moving. Okay, momentum's great. Summary, the 5 steps. Start small and simple. Lower the stakes. Just paint or draw. Understand the roadblock. Understand the roadblocks. Understand what your problems are. And then don't spend a lot of time chewing on them and worrying about them. Just understand, okay, here's my problem. Kids don't leave me alone. Kids, back off. It's my painting half hour. And if you leave mommy alone, I'll give you this crumpled piece of paper towel. Doesn't that sound good? What? Start with drawing. If you're, especially like people like to build up painting as this momentous, important thing, you know, just if that's you, just start with doing some drawing, and then build back up to painting. That's the 4th one. Number 3 is start with the drawing, and number 4 is build up to painting, because this is not a drawing channel. I'm not about that. And number 5 is address the mental roadblocks. Find out what unlocks your voice. That's 5. Yeah, is it practical? Is it psychological? Don't spend too much time on that, though. Honestly, don't worry about that stuff, because that all turns into a big fat delaying tactic, and we don't need it. We want to get work done. Closing. The challenge. Pick it up. turn off the video and go get a pencil or a piece of charcoal and a bit of reference. It doesn't matter what. Does not matter what. Anything. Make a drawing right after this video. Go ahead and do it. Okay? I challenge you. Don't make it momentous. Don't create pressure. You're already under pressure. Small steps lead to big returns. The truth is that skill can atrophy, but you can get it back. You can get it all back. A positive feedback loop is your friend. Okay? Negativity is a poor motivator. You don't need it. Leave it. Don't be nice to yourself, but be nice to yourself and get back to work. Okay? Don't just be nice to yourself and be a lazy that's not doing anything. Although if that is your destiny, then just forget about it. Don't be a painter, right? But remember the point I made. If you're an artist and you don't express yourself, you're never really going to be that happy. That's just the facts of the matter. Small successes build momentum. That's the principle here. If you're an artist, you need to be making art. I just said it. That dull lake of incompleteness. My life is meaningless. That's your signal. That's your body telling you. Can you get to do something? Get something done? The path back exists. It's simpler than you think. This video gave you the steps. Just lower the stakes and start 30 paintings in 30 days. Some are going to be bad, and that's okay. Throw them away and keep going. Final thought. The momentum you build from small successes will carry you forward, but first you have to begin. So pick up your brush or pencil today. How can you support me? I know we're at 41 minutes. I do need support. You know what? I love YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTubers. We're all working harder and making way less. If you think I'm making anything to speak of from you having to watch an ad in the middle of this, yeah, it's like such a fraction of a fraction of a fraction. So think, if you're thinking, well, I love Mike and I want to support him, and yeah, okay, I am watching the ad. Yeah, it's not that much. You can really help. You can buy something. You buy the book. That helps. I'm actually making a little bit of money on that now. You can make a donation. There's actually a thank you button underneath. People used to click on that. You can leave me a comment. Where's my comments? Come on. And hit the like. Hit the like. Come on. This is 42 minutes in. Hit the like. That's the least you can do. The very, very least. And you know what? While you're at it, put a smiley face in the comments. That's it. I don't know what to say. Do you know what an emoji is? Well, you can give me one of those. Or tip on over to my site. There's a link right under the video. Click on that and shoot me $10 for a cup of coffee. I know prices have gone up. But whatever you can do, I appreciate it. I appreciate getting to the end of the video. And I love you. And you know what? I'm going to do this whether you support me or not, because I am compelled to teach and communicate. And I love making videos. And I love making paintings. But if you love what I do and you're getting value, then you can really help create a positive feedback loop by supporting me in some way. And you notice I don't ask I really am annoyed by YouTubers. Beginning of the video, they tell you what the topic's going to be. Say, okay, before we begin, click like and subscribe. Why would I want to do that? I don't even know if I like you. I mean, you do. If you're listening to this tirade at 43 minutes, you do like what I have to say. You do like the channel, and you can support me, and you will feel good. And people do, and they do feel good. So enough of that haranguing. But it was at the end, Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this talk. Sorry it's 43 minutes. I'll be back next week with Easel Talk 16. I don't know what it'll be about, but I wait for the inspiration to well up. And we have... We're going to do a talk from each chapter of the new book series. That's going to take us 5, 6, 7 years. I don't know how long that'll take. Well, it could actually be broke down if I don't miss a week. But until I do come back, do me a favor and do me a solid. Take good care of yourself. Keep on painting. Painter, you know what? If you're making paintings, you're doing stuff in the world, then the whole thing comes together, man. Life has meaning, and you feel good and you feel happy, and happiness. That's really kind of the point of life. Yeah, happiness and helping others. Anyway, till I come back with another video, take good care, stay out of trouble, and fight the power.
Did you know you could buy the book? Landscapepainter.co.nz. The book cost $65. You